Yeah, waitresses are a huge deal. Going and being a waitress up in the oil fields, I imagine, is one of the scariest jobs because people will be walking in regularly saying, you could make some real money. Why are you working here? That's the big issue. That's the thing. They watch to see if you can, how you handle yourself with customers. They watch to see if you're handling yourself with other men, how you dress, how you present yourself, and then
what are they looking for?
They offer. Good form. They're looking for friendly personality. They're looking for good girl in good shape. They're looking for long legs, isn't afraid to wear a shorter skirt than maybe, because that's a clue that they can probably get you to wear a little bit less. And it's just stages. They're looking for little things. Where do you wear your neckline? Do you make little compromises? They are looking to see if they can get you to the next step. They're not going to walk up and say, take off your shirt and let's look at your cleavage. They're going to say, wow, you really dress nice. You dress professional. You really take care of yourself. And then, little by little, when they want to look at how you look, they'll introduce you to other clothes. So they have little triggers they're looking at right away.
So he's smart. They're smart. They know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. They don't move in real fast, and they can watch you for years. We did have one girl that was just on the radio that was 16 years old, working in her mom and dad's restaurant. Guy came in, he was a regular, he'd been coming there for years. And he touched her, just made chit-chat. 2 weeks before her 18th birthday, a group of college guys, 4 really good-looking, nice-looking guys showed up. Hi, how you doing? Want to go partying with us tonight? 3 months later, she was in California. She took off from her parents, even knowing it's better, took off with these guys just to go party. And that was where they were looking at her wares and sending them to Arizona so they could pick out who was going to purchase her and start using her. She'd never been in the life before. She was a waitress. They are very intelligent, and they are very structured in how they approach you. They'll send pictures of you that you don't know to other people to see if they're going to be interested in, if they can make money off you before you even know that they're doing any of that, especially now. So they can do it from their table in the restaurant. What do you think of that? So you got to be careful. The first house I went in, the guy and the girl are in bed. They have a brand new baby.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God. So that was the way that's the beginning of, these people are prepared. They know I don't know any better. They know my situation, and they're there to take you to the next step. They are going to start asking you to do things that you know are not right. So.
The couple, they understand the situation. They know everything about you.
And they walk up and they say, put this on the end of your tongue, and they make sure that you get enough drugs. Yeah, they want to make sure that you aren't going to be resisting and calling the cops. And so they spend the first 45 minutes just letting you know, talking to you, making small chit-chat, making you think you feel safe, and then they want to be touched, and they'll tell you what they want. I remember how I had the baby. I remember holding the baby, trying to walk around, watch the baby, and watch them, and just, I don't know what I'm doing. I felt like I was going to go crazy. That day was really hard because I couldn't comprehend really what was going to happen to me. I just knew it was bad.
Do you know how much money?
I have no idea.
You never saw it?
Never saw it. I don't think I cared. I was vomiting. I was so sick. That was so outside. That was like push the limit. But they have to get you past the things you want to do. And so when I left, I was like, just take me home. Just get me. I need to go to sleep. The people that are vulnerable, and your children that are vulnerable, there are always going to be people that are going to have their agenda. And if you don't teach them, if you don't tell them, if you don't make it clear, they will absolutely take advantage of that. And I don't care what city, I don't care where they are. There are bad people. There are swingers communities everywhere. And they're some of the sickest, most disgusting preparation for young people. Those girls that were coming out of the rooms in the same exact areas, we don't look at each other because you're ashamed, you're hurt. Sometimes they've been bruised and beaten so they would do what they were supposed to do. And you've been exposed to things you don't even want to talk about, and you don't want anyone else to know that you've done. we had gone to some different areas, and we had driven to different places, and he did not want you to know, and he didn't want you to, but that's how they operate. You don't stay in one little area for very long. They move you to different places. In Utah and in other cities, like my first going to Vegas and first going to overnight trips to get you out of your comfort zone and to introduce you to other people. You don't know why. A lot of them it's because they're imaging you and they're trying to figure out, what is that worth to them. So you can be moved around. Imaging, like they're taking pictures. They're watching you. They have other people watching you. They're trying to decide the best fit, who can make the most, what they're going to do with you. How old are you? If you're younger, you're going to make more money. And so they have to take you to different places and expose you to different groups that are waiting. Finally, I think I wasn't 18 yet, but I did meet a gentleman who looked at me and said, "You look like you're 40 years old. You look like you are 40 years old. And how long has it been since you called your mom?
Oh my God.
And how long has it been since?" And I think I was so shocked. And I was so shocked to even be listening to somebody talk about that. That stayed in my mind for a little while, and then I really did. I lost the relationship I was in. I ended up living in the back of a gas station in a little room. And I sat up one day and said, "I need to call my mom." I need to call my mom in Utah, and I did. And I got on a bus, and I came home.